Obviously, it's a huge week. This team, you're well aware of their struggles in Cleveland, and you faced Myles Garrett in the past. What's the mindset in general, the vibes in the locker room right now?
Yeah, man, super excited for the opportunity. It's another Sunday, man, and it's a divisional opponent, obviously one that we struggle beating here. But at the end of the day, it's a new year. It's the year 2024. We got business to handle. We know that we're sitting here at 2-4. It doesn't matter if we were going to Pittsburgh, going to Baltimore. Man, I mean, it's the stakes are high. You know, it's a divisional game, man, and we're sitting at 2-4.
When you look at the matchup, and in the past, 1,000-foot view, it's like, all right, well, they have corners that can guard high-end receivers like T and Jamar, and they have a pass rush that can get after Joe, and you guys are a pass-first team. And I know you've been running the ball well, but like that, to me, it's a tough matchup. How do you go up there and make sure you guys are able to do what you've done on offense this year, which is average 26 a game and put up points?
Yeah, I don't think it's time to overthink anything, man. I think it's important for us to be us, execute at a high level. You know, I feel like Zach's going to do a great job putting everyone in great position, and Joe's going to do a great job wheeling and dealing. So it's on us to execute, man. Go out there with the same mindset that we've had, you know, going into a lot of these games, and not being scared or second-guessing anything. Go out there and attack at full speed.
You faced 95 plenty of times. Myles Garrett, Bengals fans are all too familiar with his work. What's the challenge of trying to contain him?
Yeah, I mean, man, we talking about an all-world player. I mean, just best defensive end of our generation. You know, I think everyone knows that, man. He's so talented. He's got such a large skill set, a crazy athletic profile. There's so many different ways that he has an effect on the game. Blocking field goals, interceptions, tip passes, sack fumbles, TFLs. Everyone knows, man. I think it's just important for us to go out there. You know, we'll have a plan for him and how we attack him. I'll have my fair share of one-on-ones, but, man, it'll just be on us to execute.
Last year was week one, was weird. It's forgettable. Do you just forget it? Can you build off of that at all? Did you look at that film this week at all and take anything from it?
Yeah, definitely, man. I wanted to see kind of how I was last year and things I did and didn't do. So just kind of reevaluating like that, man. It's a lot to learn from that game, I think, specifically, especially for us as players, man. I don't think, obviously, we all know that was one of our worst games last year.
They have this Halloween display going on next to us while we're doing this, which is hilarious. So if there is back noise, that's why. Or that's – anyways, I won't make any silly Halloween joke. As far as Amarius goes, he has not faced Myles Garrett. Obviously, he's off to a nice start to his career. Can you give advice? Do you just watch film with him? Like, what's that process like?
Well, I think at the end of the day, man, when it comes to playing these elite guys on this level, I'm not really one to overthink. I never have been, and I got a ton of respect for my game, most importantly as opposed to someone else's. And I tell him the same thing. Understand that what you did against Jadeveon Clowney, certain reps where you did win may not work against this guy, which means you got to be more on your stuff, more on your fundamentals, what you do to put your body in the best position to be able to block this guy. And so that's my advice, man, is not to overthink it. I mean, you know, he's going to face so many good defensive players, defensive ends, and obviously Myles, man, is going to be the best when he faces, but just having proper fundamentals.
You were probably the first person I talked to this offseason. You were working out here, and you said Joe looks dialed in. He's going to be awesome. He's been awesome. 12 touchdowns, had that 47-yard touchdown run the other night against the Giants. It obviously hasn't surprised you what he's been able to do.
Yeah, not at all, man. I mean, as I mentioned to you, he put in the work, and it's no coincidence what you're seeing out there on Sundays, man. I mean, this is countless nights, you know what I mean, the early offseason that he had, his attention to detail when we got here in April. I mean, that's everything you're able to see now that the lights are on. So
going into a game like this, a must-win game on the road, having him, does that not ease your mind, but it gives you confidence?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's the Cincinnati Bengals every Sunday, man. Knowing that 9 is at the helm, we know we always got a chance.
Orlando, I appreciate the time. Good luck Sunday.
Appreciate you, brother.